few minutes.
It's a pause, man. I caught it now.
There's some more people coming in.
You're live now.
$5. They're going to call the head on the
Thought I'd better do it now.
To my dad.
After everything's done. We haven't had no server crash. We haven't had access to email or documents since Saturday. We don't have internet in the office. Through everybody.
So it still hasn't been fixed?
No, not as of when I left.
So we're not able to approve the remote access method?
No, we got them all. We have all the documents.
You get the correct versions, but they're not print them.
We don't have the correct versions right
In
now.
there, because we took out costs.
We don't have the correct.
Okay, would everyone please rise for a moment of silence? Would you all join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Pat, have you got the roll taken? Okay, the first item on the agenda is public comment. Would anybody care to? Okay, John.
Let us do.
Where do? Over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mayor, Board, I'd like to take a couple minutes tonight to address a couple concerns of something that's on the agenda tonight. And it's the addition of another R1 liquor license. And there's a couple items about this that I'm concerned with. One was brought up last week at the committee meeting by Mr. Scottman, which is a very legitimate concern, and it's the fact that if the license is granted, any liquor license, and this one in this case, automatically the gaming license is in play. That's the way through it now. That's the way it was. It was backed up by the opinion of the attorney at that time that that's the way we have this. If we add another license like that, that comes into play. Now, I'm not sure if at this location that they're dealing with, that this is what they have in mind, that that's where this is going. But everyone I've mentioned this to, everyone, when I said they want this liquor license, they go, well, they're going to want gaming at this location. Now, the owner of the property may come in tonight and say, no, I don't want that. I'm not going to have that. I will never have that. But the fact of the matter is, once you grant that license, it's there. Changes his mind a day later. It's there. He sells the business. Someone else comes in, a different partner comes in and said, we need this to make it work. It's in play. And I think we have to look at this. Anytime you put something like this into place or grant a license like this, and we've seen this in a lot of circumstances where unintended consequences come in down the road. We think it's a good idea. We think everything's set. Down the road, if something develops and there's nothing we can do about it. Another concern I have with this location, and it's right down from my house. I live like 2 blocks west of the location. The present owners, the operation there have been great. I haven't had any problems. None of my neighbors have ever had any problems with the current owners of this property and the business that's operating there. But the business as it's set up now caters to children and teens. It's a putt-putt golf course. If you look at the sign, they sell collectibles, they sell action figures, they sell trading cards. And this is what we're considering giving a liquor license to. Now, I fully understand that they're also in the pizza business. But basically, the business is about kids. You know, so we're going to grant one extra license, go out of our way to grant a license to this location, with the basis of the business being what it is, just on the fact that they would like to sell alcohol with the beer. I think it's a bad decision to go down that road. I live in this neighborhood. I don't know how many of you can walk to some place to go get a drink, a bar, a liquor store, 5 minutes from your house. You can walk out and walk to a place to go get some alcohol. Now, I'm guessing that most of you can't get somewhere walking in 5 minutes. Now, there may be a couple places. From my house, a couple blocks west, purely residential, I can walk to 8 different establishments that have liquor licenses within an area around here and down on, right around on Route 4 that serve liquor, that I can buy liquor. We have liquor stores, you know, we have bars. The area is dense with licensed liquor establishments. You know, I live in this area, and I don't see that as a benefit. You know, the way this is written, it says the, you know, corporate authorities or whatever, believe it's in the best interest of Chatham to grant this. You know, and I really don't. You know, when everybody ran here, you run at large in the village. You represent everybody in the village. You know, it's not a ward where you just take care of your district. I live in a district where we have a lot of this. We have plenty of it. And I think there's a point where you have to draw the line. When you take in the gaming issue, that's a big one. Even if that was removed and you change the rules on how you do it, that you have to come back for a gaming license, this still really isn't a good location for another liquor license. And I would hope that, you know, you would think about this on whether this is really needed at that location. I mean, this is a place for kids. And is it really that important that they get that liquor license, that the village go out of their way and grant another liquor license for this? So I would really hope that you would, all of you would do what's best for the village, what's best for my neighborhood, and what I feel would be the most responsible thing, and that would be to deny this addition of the license. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, John. Would anybody else care to address the village board tonight? Yes, ma'am.
I got my utility bill, and my electric went up 54%. My water went up 12.5%, and my sewer went up 10%. Does anybody know exactly how much extra in electric we are paying? What the increase was?
4%, I believe.
Sherry, can you?
The rates went up 4%. That's likely with your electric, probably have additional usage with the warmer weather finally hitting us.
Well, my thermostat is set at 76. Last week, this week it's been at 76 because it's been so hot. Other than that, it's at 78. Been that way all summer long. It's hard for me to believe that my electric went up that much in 1 month. I understand the water and I understand the sewer. I mean, those are up 10% and 12%, but the electric, I have to tell you, I was shocked at. My son's was up over $100. And that, you know, how many people can afford an extra $100 a month? I mean, I think that's pretty outrageous. And I keep very good track of all my bills, so I can go back and compare what it was several years ago to see what it was. Another thing is, I know it rained today. Are they going to be picking up branches?
It started today.
I believe it started today.
Yes, they said that it's supposed to be the first Monday of each month, but this time it was going to be on Tuesday. Well, I know that we had rain, so I didn't know if we're going to have to wait another month for them to come by, Or are they going to continue to pick them up through the week?
That's, the plan is to pick them up through the week. They want them all out there on the first day of that month, so that if they go through your subdivision and pick everything up, and then you put it out on Wednesday, yours is gonna sit out there for another month. It's supposed to be out there by Monday. We have weeks to go through and pick them up if we have to.
Okay.
But we need yours out there by Monday, so that if we have to do your subdivision and it's
Well-
not out there,
Nobody's done our street, and there's probably 8 or 9 homes that have stuff.
well, if you were down here today, it was raining cats and dogs. It was
Well,
really,
I was in
really
Springfield,
raining.
and it was raining cats and dogs, so I
So they
figured,
started this morning, and then when it started raining, they stopped.
I figured they probably had, but my concern was, because then there's this new ordinance, it can't be left there, you have to take it out, have it there on Thursday, right, before, and I had to cut the damn thing down, it was one of my limbs, and I was the one who cut it up and chewed it up, and like to kill myself doing it, but, you know, I'll tell you, you can find me, I am not dragging any of that someplace else, and wait for Thursday of next month, and then drag it back. Not gonna do it, folks.
If it's
So
out-
start writing me the tickets
If
now.
it's out there today, they will pick it up.
Okay. I mean, there's one down the street that's taller than me.
Oh, there's a lot of piles out there. It's gonna take a while. They're not gonna make it through the town in 1 week. So if you don't get it picked up this week, they'll be through next week. But there's a lot of piles working out there.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
okay. Well, I was curious about that.
that's the plan.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
My question is, for instance, in my subdivision, they did come, but they missed some ones. So what happens then? I mean, the branches were there, they evidently, it was not a very big pile. What happens then?
Probably would have heard from those people to call and remind them that, hey, it looks like you did my neighborhood, but you missed the small pile that was in front of my house.
Oh, so they can do that?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Okay. Any further comments? Okay. Oh,
Over here.
yes, ma'am.
Linda Butler, I live at 101 South Church Street, and I came to speak this evening on the issue of the liquor license as well.
I'm sorry, what was your first name?
Linda,
Oh, thank you.
I came with my neighbors to oppose the car dealership when that was an issue in that same location. We've had another owner of this location and had the putt-putt golf and the miniature golf and ice cream and so forth, and now this next business. I too, I think Mr. Size hit many of the points that reflect my feelings as well, but I believe this is, the character of this neighborhood is residential. Many of us work out in the heat, on our yards, on our corners, that sort of thing. There are a lot of people who push their strollers, bicycle, go to the bike path, that sort of thing. This will change the character and of the neighborhood that I don't care for in that way. And the thing that distresses me the most is that the liquor license will allow them to go straight to the state of Illinois, ask for a gaming license, and they do not have to come back here. So I certainly oppose this.
Well, thank you for your comments. Anybody else? Under mayor's comments, Todd, since you're here, why don't you kind of report on where the chief of police search is?
I've written the full recommendations, which I've forwarded to you.
Yes.
I'm waiting for some input back from you. If the village can give me a salary level, I can get it posted. I will ask for some direction on how you want this done. My intentions were, at the direction of the board, to put it out and ask for a resume, 3 references, and a letter of interest to get a round of the picture. And then the applicants we get, we develop a committee with a couple board members, a couple police commission members, and select our top 3 to 5 out of that. Send notices to the others that didn't get those 3 to 5 selection there, and then we go to interviews on those 3 to 5 there.
Okay, so I think where we're at now is we've got to decide on at the next committee meeting, decide on a
Yeah.
salary range.
Well, I think too, when Commissioner Kester had read off the requirements and things like that, some of the board members wanted to actually get an email or a hard copy to be able to review that first, so.
I'll forward that on to.
Okay, you got it.
I changed a little bit.
I just got it.
Okay,
Yeah.
just, and I figured that we'd be able to look at it then, and then hopefully
Yeah, I'll
next
get
week
it out
discuss and
tomorrow
move it along.
to everybody.
It's going to be a little different than what Commissioner Kester talked about. I changed one of the requirements to 5 years of law enforcement supervision, but 10 years of law enforcement experience.
Okay,
It opens our city up to some of our own people a little bit more versus putting a hard
Yeah.
10 years of law enforcement supervision there, which eliminates everybody within our own police department.
sure, okay.
Okay, so I'll get that to everybody tomorrow, and then we'll, at the next committee meeting, talk about the salary range.
And Mayor, when you send that out, you have my email.
Yeah,
Would you attach my email that, so if you guys have any questions?
yes, yes.
You can
Yeah.
forward that directly to me, and then when I get ready to send this out, I will send notification to you of what postings I'm gonna put it in, which would be the Clarion, the Illinois Chiefs of Police Law Enforcement website, ILETSB, which is the Illinois Law Enforcement Training Officers website, the Southern Illinois Chiefs of Police, things like that. I will make sure, I want to put it on our Facebook page and Chatham's Facebook page, on our village website, things like that. And I want to make sure that I have the full list of what you guys want it advertised under and anything else that I might not be picking up on or might be forgetting.
Well, thank you very much for your efforts. I know that's a lot of hard work, and we need your.
I'm retired, I have plenty of time.
Okay, well, thanks, Todd.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you.
I don't have anything else. Can I have a motion to put the consent agenda on the table for consideration?
Make the motion. Second.
Questions about the warrants, corrections to the minutes? Hearing none. Pat, would you take the vote, please?
Mr. Clayton? Yes. Kimsey?
Yes.
Boyle?
Yes.
Lindhorst?
Yes.
Now?
Yes.
Due to two items on the warrants, one for the Illinois Municipal League, one for Illinois Municipal League Risk Management Association, I abstain.
We're not ready for Oxford Drive yet.
I don't
correct?
believe so.
Okay, and then, are we, increasing the R1 liquor licenses, are we going to take that up tonight?
I believe so.
That ordinance is prepared and ready for your
Do
review.
we have a copy of it?
I mean, we've had some concerns expressed. Do you think it's appropriate to even deal with it this evening without hearing a little bit more?
No, I don't think it is.
I mean, we don't have a motion, it's not before us just yet. Do you want to table it to the committee meeting for further discussion?
You can table.
Okay, so we will discuss that further. I'm sure there's a lot of questions that people have.
Can we have someone contact the owner of Whatnot and have them come in at the next committee meeting?
Yeah.
You got that, Ken?
Yeah.
Pat, will you take care of that, please?
Pat, do you want to do it?
Yeah, I'll give them a call.
Okay.
The contact information should be on the application.
Okay.
Okay, moving along. Changing the name of Village Square to the Veterans Memorial Park. Can I have a motion to put that on the table for consideration?
I'll
I'll make that motion.
Do we have a second?
Who was the first?
And I'd like to
I'll second.
amend this,
The correct version's coming around right now that
Okay,
says
thanks.
Memorial Square.
perfect. I'll withdraw that then.
Okay, discussion.
Actually, I'll give these guys a moment to plug what they're doing with
Okay.
the fundraising associated with trying to expand the memorial. It makes this kind of a good timing to bring this forward and rename the square. The centerpiece of the square has become the memorial and the events that are held by the VFW Legion each year. So I think it's quite an appropriate thing.
Who wants to be the spokesperson?
Les Morgan, member of the Chatham VFW and the American Legion, and the chairman of the anniversary committee. We are raising funds. We want to do some additional things in the future, and in the process of T-shirts that are available for donations. We're selling it, ads, taking sponsorships for our anniversary booklet that we're planning on. We're planning on Veterans Day of having anniversary celebration for 15th anniversary on that day. And I don't know what else you're...
Oh, put you on the spot. Sorry.
No. Thank you very much for your efforts, and it's a great relationship that you all have with the village, so.
We appreciate the support that you've given us. I don't know if either one of the commanders want to say anything, but...
I'll say something. I'm the VFW Commander, Jay Hoffman. Trustee, show of hand, who's bought one of the shirts to support this Veterans Memorial yet?
Yeah. He hasn't brought them in yet.
Don't worry, you contact Les Moore.
I will bring them in at the next committee meeting.
I didn't see any hands raised.
Okay, Pat, would you take the vote, please?
Trustee Clayton?
Yes.
Kimsey?
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
Horse?
Yes.
Lau? Yes. Scott?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Moving along, the ordinance authorizing remote attendance. Can I have a motion to put that on the table?
Make a motion.
I'll second.
Okay, this is just,
We have an update.
This is correct.
Tim, do you want to explain? It's authorized by state law.
That's
Or Craig,
correct.
do you want to do it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just allows you, for reasons that we put in the ordinance, to call in and attend and participate in the vote. The only change that we made from the committee meeting, we made two. We said that you are allowed to call if driving, as long as you're following state law, and we removed that the village would reimburse costs. So if you're calling in, you will have to pay your own costs.
Okay, any questions, discussion? Hearing none, Pat, would you take the vote, please?
Trustee Clayton?
Yes.
Kimsey?
Yes.
Wall?
Yes.
Lindhorst?
Yes.
Lau?
Yes.
And Scott?
Yes.
Okay, can I have a motion to accept the bid for fall cleanup roll-off containers?
Make the motion.
Do we have a second?
Well, have we seen these yet?
We got it. I was going to discuss, we talked about it, and at the last meeting, we decided we'd move forward depending on the bids that we had received, whether we wanted to accept it or not.
And we've already set the date, so
The,
we need to get the bids accepted if you're going to.
Was the opening today, or
The
what was
opening was today.
Do we know what that number was yet?
yeah, we received two bids, one from Waste Management and one from Flower Sanitation Service. They were for 30-yard trash bins, roll-offs, and the lowest bid was $300 each from Flowers Dispatch. Waste Management was at $325 per container. So a difference of $25. I believe the recommendation is to move forward with the lowest bid, Flower Sanitation.
And both companies had offered free electronic dumpsters, so the dumpster out there to accept.
You know how that compares to last year's?
I do not.
Okay. What was their bid, Kim?
$300 per 30-yard trash dumpster.
And who's going to send me that ordinance?
Should.
That could be by motion.
Okay.
We typically had a resolution. for
We
that.
always did have
Yeah.
an ordinance or a resolution, but
Yeah,
it's up to you
Shane's,
guys, I don't care.
Shane's not here, so.
Pat, would you?
Some of the problems that you guys had with your electronics at work today.
That's true, our server was down today.
Yeah.
We were in the dark, so
There's
we
going to
can...
be a free dumpster for electronics out of it.
Okay, Pat, would you take the vote,
So,
please?
so then, are we creating a resolution then for this?
Oh.
By motion.
It could be, they're saying it could be my motion. They're saying it could be my motion.
It can be by motion.
Yes.
If you would prefer a resolution, we can certainly draft one.
I think
We've always done it
having
that
something
way.
on file is better. I mean, I think we can pass it by motion.
Pass it by motion.
Pass it by
Adopt a
motion,
resolution.
and then pass it by motion, adopting a resolution that you will be creating at a future date.
Okay?
Okay, Pat?
Okay.
Go ahead and take the vote.
Trustee Clayton?
Yes.
Kimsey?
Yes.
Boyle?
Yes.
Lindhorst?
Yes.
Mao?
Yes.
Stoneman?
Yes.
Okay, appointment of Chris Parks to the Police Retirement Board. Can I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Do we have a Second?
I'll second.
Okay, any discussion about Chris? He's an AXA professional. He's, it's really good that he get that kind of quality person to help the police.
Again, do we have a
We
resolution
don't have
for
the
this?
resolution.
No,
Yes, we
we're gonna
do.
do the motion on that
Oh,
one.
no, we don't have that either.
Well, let's,
Do it by motion.
you need a
If
resolution.
you'd like a resolution.
Just the same way.
Do it the same way. Yeah, just-
Okay, Pat, would you take the vote?
Okay, who was the first, please? Trustee Clayton?
Yes.
Kimsey?
Yes.
Boyle?
Yes.
Lindhorst?
Yes.
Yes. Mao? Stoneman?
Yes.
Okay, moving along, the Illinois Municipal Utility Association Mutual Aid Agreement. Can I have a motion to put that on the table?
Make a motion.
Do you have a second?
Second.
We had this last meeting, we discussed it
Yeah.
at length last meeting.
So, Pat, would you
Same
take
thing,
the
I don't
vote,
have the
please?
document for
It's,
that.
it's the same as it was at the committee meeting, that IMUA had the form resolution.
Okay, ready for the vote?
Yep.
Trustee Clayton?
Yes.
Kimsey?
Yes.
Boyle?
Yes.
Lindhorst?
Yes.
Mao?
Yes.
And Stoneman?
Yes.
Okay, and next, appointment of Vern Foley as interim police chief. Do I have a motion?
Make that motion.
Can I have a second?
Second it.
Okay, any discussion? We discussed that at the last meeting.
And again, we're doing a resolution.
That should be
I have that.
presented. That's been,
I have that.
Okay.
That was on.
Trustee Clayton?
Yes.
Kimsey?
Yes.
Boyle?
Yes.
Lindhorst?
Yes.
Mao?
Yes.
And Stoneman?
Yes.
Okay, the engineering services request for qualifications.
We're going to talk about that in the committee meeting.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I think we'll just keep
So
that on the old
that's- okay.
business.
Okay. And I guess we're going to discuss the liquor license for Wolfies too.
Yeah, we have their representatives here, so I don't know if we have questions, we might as well. if you'd
Yeah,
like to
if you're
bring them
here,
up. I know
yeah, we'd be happy to
asked
hear.
for- And just so you're aware, one of the things that we came, looking through our code with the liquor licenses, I know you had applied and it was pointed out for an R1, okay? Actually, because of the classification, because you're already a retail store, in order to have a pour license for that, you'd actually have to do apply for a Class T. We just found this today. So really, that's, the only change is the type of license, and we discussed that because that allows for both the sale of packaged consumption. It's different than our regular R1s because you don't have a certain percentage of food sales within your license, or within your
Do you want to introduce yourself
Yes.
and kind of explain what you?
Yes, Mr.
Yeah.
Mayor, thank you. My name is Chad Turner, and my two partners, John Dietrich and Dan Sperry, are also here. We have two other partners who could not be here tonight, Chris Schaller and Jack Matthews. We are in the process of purchasing the liquor store, just a couple of doors down, Wolfies, which my understanding is it's been in Chatham for ages.
Yeah.
And we are hoping to do business for a long time in the village of Chatham. And so we're asking for approval of a liquor license to take over that business.
And explain the pouring drinks there. What do you have in mind?
Well, we don't really know for sure. We know that the business model that they're operating on right now is probably not viable. In doing the due diligence related to the purchase, the books aren't great. So we know something has to be different. And gaming is probably part of that model to a limited extent. But we would like to sort of explore different things, like we've had multiple discussions between and amongst ourselves about like wine tastings and craft vodka or craft beer, and going with a little higher end type of store, maybe doing a little additional build out, something to differentiate from the store that's 2 blocks down that quite frankly is going to be very difficult to compete with. So we want to do something a little different than that, and it may or may not be viable in the future. And we asking for the pour license, we're looking sort of for maximum flexibility to go where the market dictates we need to go. And we are signing a long-term lease, so we're going to need to, I think, be somewhat flexible to do the things we need to do to pay our bills and make a buck. So.
Do the trustees have any questions, or?
I don't, I mean, do you guys have?
I've been talking to a couple of people or that you guys know, so I don't have too many.
So we'll take this up and discuss it in committee, and then,
Vern asked me to let you know that they're proceeding with the background checks. He just hasn't got all the stuff back yet, so.
okay.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have been able to act on it tonight.
Okay, so the village board will discuss it further at the next committee meeting.
Thank you, and appreciate your time. One thing I did want to point out is that we are all small business operators. We have small businesses in Springfield, and you know, we try to be good corporate citizens there, but it would be very exciting for us to be able to be in the village of Chatham. So,
What are your businesses?
my partner Dan owns Kreckles on the north end, and we own a small bar, neighborhood bar called the Penny Bar, which is about, if you guys know where the Wabash Curve is, it's kind of, they don't call it the Wabash Curve anymore, but the old Wabash Curve is kind of in that area. So, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for coming this evening. Committee meetings next Tuesday, it's committee meeting next Tuesday at 6 o'clock. Anybody have anything else for this evening? In that case, can I have a motion to adjourn?
Make the motion.
Do we have a second? All in favor? Aye. Meeting stands adjourned. Thank you all. Thank you.
We are in, I started.